Hello, I'm Xochitl Mora with the City of McAllen. Welcome to your McAllen Minutes. If you missed the McAllen City Commission meeting of April 24th, don't worry. Here's a brief recap of what was discussed. McAllen Mayor Javier Villalobos called the McAllen City Commission meeting to order, and after the Pledge of Allegiance, District 1 Commissioner Tony Aguirre Jr. gave the invocation. Commissioners began the meeting with a proclamation read by District 6 Commissioner Pepe Cabeza de Vaca, joined by members of the Rio Grande Valley Make-A-Wish Foundation for World Wish Day, in celebration of the work done by the Rio Grande Valley Make-A-Wish Foundation. The Make-A-Wish Foundation, which grants life-changing wishes for children with critical illnesses, was founded in 1980 and has since granted more than 520,000 wishes worldwide, operating in every community in the U.S. and in nearly 50 countries worldwide. The Rio Grande Valley Make-A-Wish Foundation was founded in 1997 and has granted more than 1,530 wishes that deliver hope and joy back into the lives of children with critical illnesses in the Rio Grande Valley. Mayor Villalobos was joined by Elba Cerda and members of the McAllen Housing Authority Board to read a proclamation for Elba Cerda Day. Cerda has served on the McAllen Housing Authority Board since 2015 and was elected vice chair in 2018, and recently the Texas chapter of the National Association of Housing and Redevelopment Officials awarded Cerda as Commissioner of the Year for her work in developing a new maintenance building along with first public housing to rental assistance demonstration conversion in McAllen Housing Authority history. Additionally, she has assisted in making enhancements to the authority's financial-related reporting. One of her primary goals is to elevate the work and projects of the McAllen Housing Authority to serve the residents and community proudly. Knowing the importance of education, her goal is for young residents to achieve growth and economic independence. She has worked closely with the annual McAllen Housing Authority Scholarship Committee, which helps graduating high school students in the Public Housing and Housing Choice Voucher Program with educational advancements. Congratulations, Elba, for all your accomplishments, and keep up the good work. Under the consent agenda, commissioners approved the purchase of 8 technology mass trailer systems with selection options for the Rio Grande Valley, Texas Anti-Gang Center at a cost of $438,000 through grant funding. Commissioners approved declaring vehicles, equipment, and property as surplus and will sell at a later date at auction or recycling salvage yards. Commissioners approved to split funding in the amount of $603,044 50-50 from the Texas Department of Transportation to Metro McAllen and the Lower Rio Grande Valley Development Corporation for their transit operations. Commissioners approved the purchase of sole source battery pack replacement to Metro McAllen's electric bus at a cost of $125,902. Commissioners approved an updated City of McAllen water conservation and drought contingency plan to help improve water use efficiency and water shortage planning, monitoring droughts, and best practices for water conservation. Commissioners approved an environmental impact study for the McAllen Housing Authority required for a grant for public housing operations awarded by the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Commissioners also approved the monthly status reports for the Engineering, Planning, and Parks and Recreation departments. Under bids and contracts, commissioners approved an award of contract to B&H Photo of New York for 25 thermal monocular imaging systems for the Rio Grande Valley, Texas Anti-Gang Center at a cost of $99,206, paid for by grant funding. Commissioners approved the purchase of 2 aerial bucket trucks in the amount of $324,906.98 for the Environmental Health and Code Enforcement Department, paid for by American Rescue Plan Act funding and the Capital Improvement Fund. The bucket trucks are necessary for the maintenance and installation of the department's 30 surveillance cameras used to monitor illegal dumping in the city. Commissioners approved an award of civil engineering services contract work for preliminary engineering to B2Z Engineering LLC for the Yuma Avenue widening from 2nd Street to Jackson Avenue. The contract is for $149,986. Commissioners approved the Memorandum of Understanding between the Development Corporation of McAllen, Inc. and the City of McAllen, which provides for the Development Corporation to assume the financial obligations of the City of McAllen in paragraphs 3.2 and 3.4 of the 380 agreement with La Plaza Mall. Under ordinances, commissioners approved an increase in the posted speed limit on 29th Street between Business 83 to Galveston Avenue, increasing from 30 miles an hour to 40 miles an hour. Commissioners approved a budget amendment for economic development incentives of proposed 380 agreements to aid in successful future negotiations. Under the City Manager's report, Assistant City Manager and Emergency Operations Coordinator Mr. Jeff Johnston gave an update on the number of migrant asylum seekers being brought by Border Patrol to the Catholic Charities Respite Center. EOC Johnston updated the community on the changing numbers being received. For the week of April 6th through the 12th, 767 immigrants were dropped off with a COVID positivity rate of 1.6%. However, the numbers are starting to increase dramatically. Currently, there are no immigrants at Ansalduas Park, but it remains ready should the number of immigrants be too much for the respite center to handle. Title 42 will end on May 11th, and the numbers are expected to go up even more. EOC staff remains in contact with Border Patrol and all federal, state, and local partners assisting in the effort to receive and process the immigrant asylum seekers. We hope you enjoyed this recap of your McAllen City Commission meeting. Meetings are set for the second and fourth Monday of each month. We also air the entire meeting on the McAllen Cable Network Spectrum 1300 on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. For the City of McAllen, I'm Xochitl Mora.